Hello, I am Bapayitya Mollik, BSc in Physiology, and now I am a student of BHMS in Homeopathic Medical College. So apart from introduction of me, today I will discuss about the cell. So what is cell? Before going to this topic, let's a general discuss about the cell. When we look around, we can see both living and non-living things. So one question may arise in our mind that what makes them living? The answer is that the cell. The cell is the structural and functional element of our body. According to the cell, the organisms are divided into unicellular and multicellular. In unicellular organism, the one cell performs whole the things of that particular organism. But in multicellular organism, one or more cell combine to form a tissue, then tissue makes the organ, and organ makes a system. So the system completely perform the whole functional activity of a living body. Antony von Leeuwenhoek first see a live cell, and Robert Brown observed the nucleus. So in 1838, a German scientist, Matthias Leiden, observed plant cell, and 1839, Schwann, a British zoologist, observed plant cell, and both of them put a theory which is called cell theory. So the main topic of cell theory is that all organisms are composed of cells or products of cells, but they fail to explain that from one cell to one cell how they arise. So 1855, Rudolf Virchow explained a cell may arise from a pre-existing cells, and the combined cell theory is put. Cells is basically divided into two categories based on their appearance of nucleus and the cell organelle. They are prokaryotic and eukaryotic. In prokaryotic cell, the nucleus is naked and they do not have nucleomembrane, and the cell organelle are not evolved to the prokaryotic stage. And prokaryotic cell, the cell organisms are membrane bound and the nucleus is membranous. Prokaryotic cells are represented by bacteria, some blue-green algae, mycoplasma, etc. And eukaryotic cells, that is. So in this picture, cell is composed of two things. One is the outer ring structure which is called the plasma membrane, and the inside structure which is called the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is composed of so many organelles. So cell membrane is a trilaminar structure composed of protein, lipid, carbohydrate and others complex structure. So basically it is a PLP structure. The outer lipid portion and the inner non-polar part is situated. In cell membrane, various types of protein channels are occur by which the different substances diffuses in and out from the cell. So apart from the cell membrane, a structure is located. It is nucleus. Nucleus is composed of four things, that is a nucleolus, nucleoplasm, nucleopore and the nuclear membrane. Nucleus is the main site where the chromosomes are condensely packed, and it is the main thing which determine our genetic pattern by which production may perform. So apart from nucleus, a structure is attached in nucleus. It is the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is nothing but it is a flattened membranous vesicle which stacked one into next and perform a structure. Basically, endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two, which is rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum presents on the appearance of ribosome. In rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are attached in smooth endoplasmic reticulum and perform a function which is protein synthesis. But smooth endoplasmic reticulum are devoid of ribosome and they mainly function as a steroid hormone synthesis and lipid synthesis. And next organelle is the Golgi apparatus or Golgi body. Golgi body is a flattened membranous structure attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. They mainly function as a modification of things such as protein which is previously formed in the endoplasmic reticulum, and lysosome, another structure which is bilaminar structure. And so lysosome is a mainly vesicle which has many hydrolytic enzymes which can degrade the various things. So one more important thing is the endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome, Golgi apparatus and lysosome combined form endomembrane system. Why? Because the endoplasmic reticulum synthesize protein which is going to Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is two ends. One is towards the nucleus is the cis and another outward end which is called trans. So protein which is synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum are transported to the cis end of the Golgi apparatus, and then it modify or some other compound are attached to it and transform to the trans end of the Golgi apparatus. Then the Golgi apparatus protein surrounded by a vesicle which is then fused with the lysosome and then to the cell membrane. So by this process the cellular mainly protein which is synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum are go away and fuses with the plasma membrane and transport from intercellular space to extracellular space. So one more organelle is the ribosome. Ribosome basically are two types. One is 80S and another is the 90S. 80S ribosome is the prokaryotic ribosome because 80S ribosome is composed of two subunits, that is 50S and 30S. So S means the Vedbach constant, and another is the 80S ribosome which is composed is 60S and 40S. Another cellular structure is the centriole which perform a main function in cellular division in cell cycle. Now the next step is the cell cycle. So what is cell cycle? Cell cycle is a process by which one cell gives to rise the another cell. And cell cycle is divided in 4 phases, that is G0, G1, S, G2, and next phase is the M phase or mitotic phase. In G0 phase, cell does not replicate, but when G0 stage cross, the cell can synthesis some amount of protein which is occurring in G1 phase. But S phase, the cellular DNA may replicate, that is the 2n of the chromosome may produce to 4n. And next stage is the G2, which is a phase in between two S and M phase. During this phase, the cellular proteins are synthesized so that they perform the mitotic phase. Mitotic phase is divided into prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. In prophase phase, nuclear condensation occurs. Nucleolus may disappear. In metaphase phase, let us see a picture. It is prophase, in which the nucleolus have disappeared and nucleoplasm are also disappear. And next is the metaphase. In this metaphase phase, the chromosomes are attached to the bent spindle to kinetochore of the chromosome, and they are arranged centrally in cell. And anaphase stage, the mitotic spindle are contract, so the half of the chromatid of a chromosome may move to the one pole of the cell and another to the upper pole. And next the telophase stage, in which the chromosomes are situated in two poles of a cell. Nucleomembrane appear and nucleolus further reappear. But this stage, the nucleus are divided, but cytoplasm is not. So karyokinesis is completed. But next step is the cytokinosis, in which the cytoplasm are divided and the push porta, that is the plasma membrane, reappear and makes two cells from a mother cell. That's all about the cell cycle. Thank you.